Hi, everybody. John here with Marvelous Comics, and we are doing our very first book review that we've ever done. I've read them, but I've never really reviewed them and let you all know my opinion of them. So, yeah, and I didn't really want to do it by myself. So I brought in Firehawk. So he's in my claim sales a lot, and I talk with him a bunch, and he's a pretty cool guy. And you can, of course, trust everything he says because he's just a genius when it comes to comic books.
Well, that's a stretch, I believe. So let's not lie to the people on the first show.
All right, wait till the second one.
Yeah, we'll
So,
wait.
what we're going to do tonight is we're going to review this one, which is War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. And of course, you read this one already, right?
Yeah, Alpha.
And what was your take on it?
I thought it was pretty good. It's the first Star Wars comic I ever read. Kind of on a whim. Did another show. They were reviewing the Star Wars 13 or that title. So this was kind of the one before that. So I picked it up while I was there, and I was impressed with it. Actually, it had a little humor. Just kind of flowed really well. Had a nice kind of script vibe to it, like you could see it being a show almost.
It reminded me a lot of the Mandalorian show. You know, it had that comedy element in it, just with the little one-liners that Boba Fett would have, and it just he seems to me to be the bounty hunter that unless he has just had a score, he's broke.
He did
He's
seem
dead broke, no matter what. I mean, same as in the Mandalorian. It's like I don't know. As soon as he gets his money, he spends it all on his ship, and then he's broke again.
right. Yeah, it's
So
pretty cool story. It was cool because it does fall in between those movies too. Was it Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi?
right,
So you could actually, if you've seen those movies, which I'm pretty sure most people have, you understand what's going on because of Han Solo being already in carbonite, and then you see that journey that he's taken to deliver on his
right,
promise.
yeah. Deliver the cargo, and it's a really good beginning to a story.
Oh yeah,
And it makes you want to go, okay, I want to see what's going to happen next. The art is really good. Because I gotta be honest, I am completely unimpressed with most stuff Marvel's putting out right now.
yeah,
This I really liked.
yeah. I thought it was
So
good. I think it was on par with like Aliens or whatever was really good
and
too. I thought,
and
which was
we will eventually be doing that one because I really thought that was a good read.
yeah, it was another one of the first forays into the Alien franchise. I don't even couldn't even tell you if I know much about the movies. Those are ones I probably haven't watched lately, and maybe have seen them when
I
I was a
do
kid.
know a lot about them, and that's a whole nother story on my background with those. But it's and that's a whole different review. But Alien, I really enjoyed that, and I disagree with some of the reviews that I've heard on that, where it was too, I don't know, toned down or whatever, or not. Yeah, you got to let a story build. So this one
Yeah,
has a good base foundation on it. Um, it's a good read. I mean, it's a quick read. I probably read it in 10 or 15 minutes. But the art in it, and I'll show you some of the art. The art in it is absolutely, it's cool. And if you're
yeah,
wondering, hey, why is Boba Fett black? Read the story. So, but there's a reason that his armor is black. So,
so we are spoiler free, is what you're telling me.
oh, we're trying. We're
So at
trying.
least the bigger parts, right?
You want to entice people, but
Mm.
yeah, I think it's actually going to. I was actually flipping through right here at the end, or right here before we started, because I didn't actually look at the very back,
Yeah,
and
that was the
that is
story.
giving the list of all the books
Yeah, I
that
kind
the
of got.
story is going to go in, and it's all the way up through October. So if you're looking for a long haul ride.
But then is it going to be kind of more of a King in Black style tie-in? Or is it going to be an actual, each book is, you have to read it to know what's going on, you know?
I think that each one's a tie-in because it looks like you've got in May, you had this one. June, you've got War of the Bounty Hunters 1.
Yeah.
July, number 2 with a tie-in in each one. But what I found interesting was, we've got Jabba the Hutt number 1 coming up.
Yeah, it's a one-shot.
Forlom and Zuckuss number 1, which those were 2 of the bounty hunters that appeared in that Empire Strikes Back.
No idea.
Bausch number 1. Now, Bausch was the bounty hunter that Princess Leia's costume he was wearing. And that's how she got into Jabba's palace. The one with that had the visor across it. She took Chewbacca into Jabba's palace. That bounty hunter was Bausch.
Okay.
So it's probably going to go into their encounter with Bausch and how they killed him off and took his costume, which happened in Shadows of the Empire.
That would make sense.
And then the very last one is IG-88, which, if you were a fan of Star Wars growing up, that is one of the most well-known and awesome-looking bounty hunters. And an IG droid was in The Mandalorian, so...
Yeah, it's the kind of tall, skinny one with the head that rotates.
Yeah, the assassin droid. So
yeah, now we're talking.
So that one, I'm looking forward to it. I may not do every spin-off book. I'm definitely going to do all of the War of the Bounty Hunter books because I want to see how that story is going to go. Boba Fett is a badass in the book, and he's pretty much a stone cold killer. So.
I watched that Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, we watched a couple of them together. So
yeah, it was better than, to me, it was almost better than any movie. It just had a good flow to it. There was, a little bit of everything in it. So it really made me want to read about, Boba Fett and stuff like that.
Right, and that was very cool. Let's take a look at the chat. So that's pretty much our review for War of the Bounty Hunters. Let's see. We have got people in here.
Nobody.
We've got I Love Signed Comics. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. No, not Firehawk. Captain, thanks for coming in. Hillary Maliki, thank you for joining us. And then, of course, me and you are in there. And What the Deuce?
What is up, comic? What's up, comic family?
Now, What the Deuce is going to join us for our Geiger review.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you have not read Geiger, which there is all kinds of different covers for Geiger, and we're sporting the same cover.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of them myself.
There was...
guess who this came from?
Yeah, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But there was 4 regular covers for Geiger. Well, actually, 5. If you had the blank. Because you had a sketch cover on number 1. There was 4 or 5 regular covers on Geiger.
Pretty sure I got every single one of those bad boys.
Then they had a glow in the dark. The glow in the dark was really cool.
Got that one.
If you didn't get the glow in the dark, oof, it was really cool. Not so much the regular one, but once you turn the glow on, it got cool quick.
I haven't even tried it out yet.
It looks
really
like,
cool.
If you look at the second print, which has just the skull on it, that's the glow of the glow in the dark.
Yeah, that's
So
really cool.
it's pretty neat. But I'm a sucker for a glow in the dark. Every time, sucker for it.
Yeah, I am too. I got old school glow in the dark Ghost Rider covers too, man. I love those things.
Oh,
Yeah. You got a good one coming to you too.
Yeah.
J Hag, thank you for joining us. The Hag in the chat. Okay, so Geiger. Deuce, what was your take on Geiger?
I really like it. I think it's interesting. I'm curious to see where they run with the premise. I like the whole post-apocalyptic thing that they've got going on, and like him kind of like having like his own kind of quarantined area. I'm curious to see how and what kind of stuff kind of goes down. Not to spoil too much, I'll let you guys get even more into it. But like, I love the two-headed dog aspect.
Oh, that dog is cool.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that like there's already like a history like with the people in the surrounding areas about him.
Right, because he's more of like he's like a legend.
Yeah, he's like a legend, or like or he's like some mythological cryptic type creature that people talk about, like urban legend type thing.
Yeah. Urban legend is probably a really good analogy of it. He's something that it was passed down, and with the initial people that are going in, they're like, no, that's just a story that our parents told us to keep us out of here, but we're getting low on food, we got to try something.
I'm very, very interested to see what they develop along with the story. They could go a million different ways.
Right.
I think a lot of people have like made different similarities to this or similarities to that, but again, you never know. Like, you never know how it's going to shape. You can't base your opinion on a comic book series on one book.
You can't. And I agree with you completely on that. For me, as soon as I got finished with it, I was like, man, okay, I want to read number 2.
Yep, absolutely.
It's not out yet. Now it is. But when I read it, I was like, I wanted more right away. And for me, that says that's a good book.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, and until it gets to the point where I'm like, I'm going to call it a good book. And I say Geiger's a must read. You really should pick it up and read it. And I honestly think that you can still get Geiger #1 reasonable. And there's a second print and there's a third print.
Mm-hmm.
You might be hard pressed to find a first print now, but a second, third print, both of them are nice covers. The third print is coming out and it is a solid white with a skull on it. It looks really nice. It's cool looking. I might have a picture of it.
I'll definitely have to pick that up too.
But it's a.
I'm a sucker for the skulls, man.
It's a great. Yeah, I know this is kind of like not the way to do it, but because it's not like all professional looking and everything. But hey, that's kind of what it is. But that is the third print of Geiger for when it comes out.
Okay, wow.
And
that's a must-have.
And it looks pretty cool. That is what the glow in the dark was if you got the glow in the dark.
Right.
So, but the Geiger third print is coming out. It's nice. Good thing about a white cover is they really don't show spine ticks that well. So,
true.
What does that mean?
Black covers? Whew.
Oh, yeah.
Black covers are a bear. But number 2 had a awesome looking red cover, which I think a lot of people jumped on the red one. And I don't know if I have it readily available or not, but it is. I don't think I do, but it's super neat.
I'm waiting on mine.
Oh,
Coming
yes,
from
I do.
you.
It's right here as the one off to the side held it out.
I was saying, magically appeared in your hand.
Yeah. So that is Geiger #2.
Oh, that looks great.
And that was one of the different covers, or I think that was the B cover, C cover, as Brains tells me. It's the C cover.
FOC or something like that. It wasn't really.
No, not that one. It just when I ordered it, the picture hadn't been released yet.
That's what it was.
So let's see. Campbell's joined us. Thanks for joining us. J-Hack has a question. Can a book have too many covers? Yes. Venom 35. and
Almost
Murphy
everything.
1000 and Detective everything.
Yeah.
And
don't get me started.
Eternals. Oh my gosh, Eternals. Yes, books can have way too many covers.
Don't get me started on Dynamite.
On what?
Dynamite, D-I-E, Dynamite.
Oh my gosh.
There were like 40 covers for $5.
But yes, too many covers. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind.
I could see a couple A and Bs, A B
Yeah,
cover,
I
and then
thought-
maybe a few store variants or something to get some other lesser known artists out there and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I thought with Geiger on the on 1 and 2, they had about 4 covers apiece, and they were good art on each one of them, and I liked them all. I think no more than 4 of the store covers, if they're good. I mean, but there's some garbage covers that get put out there, and then you're like, why?
And some of them from big artists, like big name guys, put them out there, and you're like,
What was the one we were just looking at that was absolutely He-Man? There was a Masters of the Universe one that was coming out.
yeah,
It's awful.
that's
He
the new one.
He looks like
Somebody put it out. He looks like a twink.
That's hilarious.
And, so.
I think it is actually on here.
And that was one I really wanted to read because it's actually a prelude or whatever to the show coming out on Netflix.
But if you have not seen the 2 covers for Revelation, and it is actually a bigger name that did the cover, it's awful. It is one of the worst covers.
And it's just a one-shot too, right?
I don't even know if it's a one-shot or if it continues on, because when I looked at the cover and saw it, I just passed it over and said, nah.
Yeah.
If that's what you got for the cover, yeah, I'll pass on the whole thing.
It's really funny how we do that, though. I mean, we see a cover like, oh, that looks really cool. What is it?
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover. Whatever. Yeah, you're going to completely buy a book by its cover.
Well, I mean, the comic book world for sure,
And
but I have a feeling with
questions?
the new series, they're going to change some things about the He-Man we used to know, and the characters that are going to be, different orientations and whatnot, probably.
I mean, I loved the 80s He-Man. It was a great, it was the reason you ran home after school. Or, that's probably, maybe before some of you. But when the school bus did not drop you off at your door.
Right.
And dropped you off 1.5 miles away, like it did me. I had to walk home, and my dad always wondered, hey, where's all your books? They're in my locker. I'm not trucking them 1.5 miles after I get off the bus.
Right.
But that's a whole argument for another day. And one he'll probably still have with me.
Right.
Fuchsia only. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, we had War of the Bounty Hunters #1. Now there was a bunch of different covers for it too, and when you get into the 1 in, well, what this one have a 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in. This one had 1 in 50, 1 in 25, 1 in 50. No, just a 1 in 50. This one had the black armor 1 in 50. War of the Bounty Hunters #1 has a 1 in 25, 2 1 in 25s, a 1 in 50, a 1 in 100, and I think it stops there. Right. It's when you get into all the way up to a 1 in a 500 that you're like, come
even
on.
250.
And a lot of times the art doesn't change. It's like, well, here's the regular A cover, but if you buy 500 copies, we'll give you that in a virgin cover.
Or you get the black and white. Woo!
Black and white, yeah.
Who cares?
Or some kind of color swap.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I do like a color fade, but
Not for 500.
I don't see the purpose of a black and white
Yes.
being more expensive than a color. It actually
No,
costs less to make
I agree.
because you don't have to put color in it.
I agree.
Now, this is completely getting off of a book review kind of thing. This is more of a gripe at this point, but
It's really more. It's all more about personal preference too. Like you like what you like, and you get what you get. You see it on a shelf and it appeals to you, and you're gonna probably buy it.
Right. And if not, then okay. So here's the one I was talking about that I just think is one of the worst covers that I've about ever seen. And here it is, Masters of the Universe, #1, Revelation. This is just.
Oh my!
You know what's funny?
Did you like it?
No, I don't. But it reminds me of somebody kind of like trying to bite on Mike Mignola's art. It looks kind of Mike Mignola, but like not good Mignola. You know what I mean?
2020.
I think it. Let me check to see actually who that is. That is Mike Mignola.
It looks like Mignola, but not Mignola cover.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
But he's done some great stuff, and it looks very, very much like his style. But I don't like that cover either.
Yeah, and that is a horrible cover.
But funny that I picked it out. You know what I mean?
But anyway, all right. So Firehawk, your review on War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha and going into War of the Bounty Hunters, good read.
I'm gonna keep going until it disappoints. So put me down for War of the Bounty Hunters, whatever connects to that. I'll probably do those action figure variants like that. I like those.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And the Boba Fett ones are the big ones right now for the next ones. And everybody's pick on Geiger. Should keep going.
Thumbs up. Yeah, gonna keep reading that one too.
Yeah. Yep.
Geiger
is a definite roll on for me. So it is it's a really great read, really great pick. So that's pretty much a review. And I appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out with me. I don't want to run this out too long because I actually want people to watch it. So,
hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys.
So stick around for a second, you two, and we'll chit and chat. But thank you everybody for coming by. And this was our first review, so it may have been kind of a little bit disorganized and a little discombobulated, but we'll get better as time goes on. So. Stop back and join us sometime for the next one, or subscribe and like and turn on the notifications. We do have claim sales on Saturday at 5 o'clock. We're setting that up now. Stop by and see us. Tomorrow we are going to have some, store variants from some other stores. And we will have some slabs available as well. So if you guys are not busy tomorrow at 5 o'clock, stop by and see us. Usually have some really good deals for you. So thank you all for stopping by. I don't have a cool outro yet for this, so it's just going to kind of go. But thank you for stopping in, and I hope you enjoyed the review. If you do, hey, give us a like. It can't hurt. Everything here is free. We will see you later. Bye-bye.